But then you came to town. You're such a pest, York. I loathe every fabric of your being. Always buzzing around us like a gnat, trying to upset our faith, but no more. I'm gonna stop you right here, sacrifice my daughter, and complete Leonard's plan once and for all. There may have been some hiccups in the plan, but the result won't change. After all, I'm her daddy. In the end, the goddess of fertility and her king will be the only ones left. We'll find a way to make do on our own. Hey, York, haven't you been wondering why I'm talking so much about myself? Because this is the last stage of the game? Nope, I've just been waiting for this. The bud. Soon, she'll be reborn, and the goddess of fertility will be among us. It all ends here!
Patty, are you all right?
Die! Shit! No! Stop, goddammit! Get away from her!
Daddy! Mama!
Get out of the way! But the goddess! Lena's plans!
Daddy!
No! Damn it! I was supposed to be the king! I need to stop the fire! Shit! Damn it!
Daddy, run! I'll die for you.
Patricia?
If Mama and I die, it'll all end, right? I know about the real you. I know that my blood's cursed. So I'm just gonna die. I'm gonna die here with Mama, so it'll all stop. Just please run, Daddy. You're a good man, aren't you? Daddy, you saved me?
Zach, I need you. Give me strength!
Daddy? You saved me? But why? You kept saying you were gonna kill me. Daddy! I can't do it!
Are you all right?
Agent York, save my daddy!
Get out of here! York, take my CLG! And run!
No! I can't leave both of you here!
Just go!
No! I'm not leaving! No! No!
I've sinned. I can't come back to this world. We have to say goodbye here. I'll take your mama with me. It's time for you to start a new life, sweetie. One where you won't be shackled to your destiny. York, I've confessed my sins. I'm gonna die here. I know this isn't how you wanted things to go down, but she's innocent. My CLG is pure. Please, just take her and get out of here.
No! No! I'm staying with you!
My daughter's in your hands now, York.
Let's go, Patty.
No! Let me go! Daddy! Mama! No!
I'm sorry, CLG. I've been a horrible father. Even before we ever met, I was always heading down the wrong path. But I finally understand it now. I love my family from the bottom of my heart. Both you and your mama.
Me too. I love you with all my heart, Daddy.
I'm sorry, Candy.
Red tree.
Lena, I'm such a failure. I screwed it all up again. Your whole plan's been ruined. I'm sorry. Right up to the end, I could never do anything right. Oh, really? So, it's all okay? Oh, good. Well, just hold on then. Candy and I will be right there. The worst father, graced with the sweetest daughter. Life can be a bitch sometimes. But it wasn't all bad.
Katrina brought that rain to us. And now, I realize that at the very end, I saw him. But she washed all that away. Every last trace.
Oh, I just love the look of glistening green grass. You know the green I'm talking about. Moist with sprinkler water, reflecting the radiance of the sun. In that regard, Louisiana's grass is in a class of its own. Just picture it on a clear summer day. A cold beer in one hand, gazing out from your porch onto the garden you're so proud of. This is the life. Doesn't get much better than this. That's how you feel. A well-kept garden and a cold beer, the ultimate combination. They go hand in hand, just like hot dogs and sporting events. But that grass, it's got a bit of a nerve to it. It doesn't matter how many times you cut it down, it'll always keep coming back and turn your eyes away for a bit. And that's when it'll really sprout up. Up until last week, your garden was perfectly pruned and balanced, symmetrical and pristine. But you wake up the next morning, and you can't even stand to look at what it's become. That's why people work so hard to cut their grass. Like it's some ordeal they've been tasked with by the big man in the sky. Oh. And it never ends. Understand me, Zach? If you want to stop cutting your grass, well, you need to either submit to its growth or force it to wither. That's all humans can really do. Hard work never really gets you anywhere in the big picture. Nothing but wasted efforts. You following me here? Now just be honest with yourself. Be honest, Francis Zach Morgan. Oh, howdy, Zach. So we meet again. Such a touching reunion. Like a little boy who was given up for adoption, finally reuniting with his true parents. Look, even little Willie here is beside himself with joy.
Kason!
Oh, dear.
Damn it! I'm gonna kill you!
This room is pure insanity, but I can't let it shake me. Why did you come here, Aaliyah? Remember the real reason you decided to investigate Morgan's house in the first place. We came here to find a missing girl. Come on, Agent Jones. You've been watching him for 4.5 years, haven't you? Can you really stand here and tell me that you never saw a single deadly premonition, preparations for kidnapping or terrorist activities, sexual depravity, violent tendencies, self-mutilation, or even just contacting a specific person periodically?
Nope, nada. He doesn't fit any of that. You think I'd really ignore something that obvious?
Then why didn't you do anything about this room? Or did you merely choose to ignore his abnormal proclivities?
You want to know what I did? I did my damn job. End of story. I was outside the entire time. How do you expect me to notice a room like this from out there? It's as simple as that. At least it was, until you dragged me into this hole. Don't blame me, just...
Then tell me the truth. After seeing this room, can you really say that man is in his right mind? He kept this room a total secret from you for over 4.5 years. No normal human is capable of such a feat. Only a true genius. Or a true monster. Can you really guarantee that he won't try anything if we just let him go here?
Well...
Then you need to help me. Find some sort of evidence that we can use to make him reveal what he's plotting.
Okay. Why do you think Jethro here survived?
Why?
I mean, doesn't he look like the kind of guy who'd die first in a horror movie?
He married into the Clarkson family. He didn't possess Clarkson blood, so he had nothing to do with Helena Doman's plan.
The blood purge thing? But if that was all there was to it, then Helena Doman wouldn't have killed anyone but Clarksons, right? Yet a ton of the Clarkson gang members died, along with Sheriff Woods. Doesn't add up.
She did whatever it took to achieve her goals. She'd kill if the plan required it. But killing people outside of the Clarkson family was never a priority. Her ultimate goal was to cut off the Clarkson bloodline. Maybe he was always meant to be an assistant to the goddess of fertility.
What, like a...
He was the kind of person who was most in his element when he had someone to serve. Even afterwards, he let Patricia take over the estate, while he became her assistant. As soon as he settled into his role, the townspeople started to respect him. Now they practically revere him, and he's even earned himself a nickname.
So you think his life played out exactly the way... Talk about
I was so positive, but she isn't here. There is something about this room, though. Agent Jones, what do you...
I'm not as smart as you.
Are you hiding something?
Me? Hiding something? Come on.
I thought I was wrong. This room is only filled with photos of people related to the case. Feels like I'm wandering. Why is Morgan showcasing those women's photos? And that... The one who took her in after the incident was Daniel Clarkson. He's the one that ended up raising her from that point on. Isn't fate strange? In the end, two people who were completely unrelated.
Yeah, but sometimes I wonder, go back far enough, we're all strangers to one another. We're talking countless generations, marriage.
Humans love to deify the rules they create. It's almost like that's been an unwritten law from the very start. If you loved someone from the bottom of your heart, would you ever be able to marry someone else? Or kill for them?
Whoa,
I never heard of any kind of motive like that in any other murder case. I just keep feeling like we're being fed a story that he made up in his mind.
Honestly, without having experienced what that's like, I can't. But I'd never try and force love to happen. There are 3.5 billion women. There's got to be more than one specific person who anyone can fall deeply in love with.
But what if we were talking about pizza, not women? You just discovered the perfect ultimate pizza, but you aren't allowed to take even a single bite unless you kill someone for the cook.
Have you ever loved someone with all your heart?
What kind of person do you take me for?
That's my line.
Why'd Elise have to die first? What is this?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
This room paints such a but upon closer look I can see some Was Morgan trying to recreate some? If so, there must be a reason.
What's that?
A hunting trophy, a brown bear.
Why is it smoking?
It's probably supposed to represent
And the elk is?
Helena Doman.
So that's why it's... And this one is Galena Clarkson?
Why did he want to line up corpses that were killed in different places, all together in a single room? Red Sea? When Helena Doman returned home, someone must have let her inside.
You think that was her brother-in-law, Daniel?
I don't know.
Well, he probably had it in for old man PJ too. But, you know, I don't think he had...
Why not?
You're making it out to be more That's always the problem with people like you.
Just get to the point.
Professor R. marked she arrived right at her destination using the quickest route possible.
I know. My question is...
Because she's family. It doesn't matter if PJ disowned her. A father would never abandon his child, no matter how much they... That's what being a parent is. Don't look at me like that. I know, I don't... But I have a father. He's still back in my hometown, managing the printing plant my grandfather started. He'll be turning 80 soon. He wanted me to take over the place. But I know how this whole... Even though I haven't seen him in forever, the minute...
Galena Clarkson went to California to become an actor, but things never took off for her. Then she murdered her own daughter and ended up like this. Where did she go wrong?
She did manage to appear in a few...
Not as any characters with actual names. And never...
So that's the only value they saw in her, huh?
It's an everyday occurrence in that she was also
bullied.
They'd cut up her costumes, her scripts, and even her everywhere. Then after 3 years of that, Her stylist chopped off a chunk of her hair.
Are you kidding?
I did a little investigating on this. In the end, a self-titled she almost ended up going in.
Not hard to imagine.
One witness said that after returning to Lucare,
You sure it's...
won't know until we
Hey, it's Woodstock. Look, a peace sign. Love and peace, man. Even I can figure out what this is from. It's Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Grateful Dead, and Led Zeppelin. But I shouldn't have to explain it to a
That isn't a... It's upside down. You don't need to be a music nut to see that.
Who says that's the top part? If you're looking from Lisa's head, this is the top part.
No.
Where's your proof?
The red seeds. Seeds go in the ground, right? That makes this wall the bottom. Lisa's head is clearly at the top. Period. Also, Led Zeppelin never played at Woodstock. He's representing a human with a hunting trophy made from an animal. I feel like I'm looking at a piece of modern art. She planned a string of murders all in order to restore the Clarksons to their former glory, right?
Yeah. According to Morgan, matches up with the files, too.
But the only proof of that is the confession she privately gave to Morgan just before she died. Galena Clarkson was also murdered, and don't you think it's all a...
Well...
And the sacrifices. None of the FBI's official records contain an example of an actual human sacrifice. Aside from the cases that Francis Zach Morgan handled, that is.
There are tons of examples of animal sacrifice, though. And remember the witch hunts back in the Middle Ages?
Meaning?
Meaning, there are all... And Morgan alluded to the existence of some sort of journal, right? I think he said he read it in Professor... If we could find that, maybe this...
The report didn't mention anything about a journal. And if it truly did exist, it surely would have been... Unless he tried to cover it up, or...
Unless the journal never existed in...
Exactly. He was taught how to rule as a child, never confided in anyone, and married for... Then he prospered so much that he became powerful enough, but in the end his own child betrayed him, and ended his entire... If that was your life, how would you...
Yeah, I wasn't born into a rich family, and for what it's worth, I've also never knocked up... But... I guess the one thing we can say, get too hung up on one thing and you lose sight of everything else. And if someone thinks they can step all over people and then live out the rest of their life in peace, we always get to see how those people end up in the end. That is why pizza is the only thing.
This case took place in Lucare and centered around oppressive authority, cross purposes. But Katrina took the truth along with many innocent lives and buried it all at the bottom of the swamp. But there's one truth that can never... This all started with the death of a young... Why did she believe what Professor R told her? The whole blood purge story. There's no way...
You got a point.
No matter how badly all the bullying must have broken. Don't you?
Yeah, but you shouldn't think too hard.
Why not?
Human beings don't make sense. We always do things that can't be especially when it concerns our parents.
No matter how irrational an action may be, I want... Otherwise, what hope do...
You're never gonna be in a situation where everything... Just stop sticking your nose... That's my advice, as an old guy who's lived twice as long as you.
You and I are not... You decided to give up on your life and spend the rest of your time on Earth sitting around and playing Sudoku. Everyone thinks that the principal thing to the tree is the fruit. But in point of fact, the principal thing to it is the seed. Now I know why Lise Clarkson was murdered. Lisa's death was Professor R having second thoughts. According to Morgan, her plan was to perform parricide and filicide, then commit suicide. Those were the 3 deaths necessary to complete the ritual, remember? Which means she technically could have killed Patricia first. That would have been the best way to delay any interference from the Clarksons. The reason she didn't kill Patricia first is because Lena was actually, or perhaps she merely changed her plan at some point, new emotions started to take root within her. She had second thought, and in order to shake those off, she used Galena to kill Lise first, in order to cut off any possible escape. But that only made her plan move ahead quick, which forced her to rush right up to the end with those misgivings.
Huh? Wait, hold on. Yeah, you lost me. What are you talking about?
In other words, at some point, Helena Doman decided that she wanted to make Patricia the next heir. The blood purge wasn't for the goddess of fertility. It was for their daughter, Patricia.
Wait, are you saying Helena knew from the start that Sheriff Woods would die with Candy?
That's the only explanation I can think of.
Huh.
Remember, this is only assuming that everything Morgan told us was true. Until I can trust that man, this is all nothing more than conjecture.
Considering how insane this all is, it sounds perfectly believable to me.
Francis Zach Morgan. Remember me? Oh, cat got your tongue. Understood. You know why I'm here, don't you? Surely you must know what this means. To commemorate our reunion, allow me to give you another oracle. The contract, once signed, will last for eternity. But only in the presence of true love. Did you hear that? Good. It's been a while since I felt this. You know, there's hardly anyone in this era who can see me like you can. And they've been dropping like flies since you first came to see me. Breaks my heart. We don't have much time. Do you have any questions for me? Excellent. You pass. You haven't changed, Francis Zach Morgan. But that question isn't for me to answer. Go and see it with your own eyes. Oh, time's up. We'll have to finish this during our next reunion.
Oh, this is bad.
Agent Jones, what is this referring to?
Avery Smith kidnapped Patricia Clarkson and escaped.
Avery Smith? The vault manager? Why would he kidnap Patricia? Tell me what's going on right now.
Well,
Answer me, Joan.
I made a deal with Morgan. Back when he took me to the bathroom.
What? What?
Morgan said something to me. If we want to find Patricia, we need to look at Avery Smith.
Have you lost your mind?
What he said made sense. Ever since 2005, Avery's been working deep inside that cold storage warehouse. He was also arrested in the past for getting too friendly with Lise Clarkson. And after Katrina, he apparently worked on renovating the warehouse for free. What if that allowed him to freely modify the warehouse as he pleased? That would explain why her body remained missing for 14 whole years. Then I did a little check and found out that he never went back to work after Christmas vacation ended.
So what? Why would you trust him?
I don't. I just decided it was worth investigating, that's all. So, I sent 2 agents to Avery's house without telling anyone. I just called in a favor from an old friend in the New Orleans branch.
No one gave you clearance for that. You think you can just...
But what if Morgan's telling the truth? If he is, we're both gonna look like total clowns. Clowns who went barging into a former agent's house on completely unfounded suspicions. HQ will have a field day with us. They'll string us up as the 2 dumbest agents to have ever graced the field. I just wanted to take some precautions. And besides, if he is lying, it's still no skin off our backs. Right? If things work out, we'll end up solving a difficult case that's been driving everyone crazy. Imagine that. You and me, I'll be able to jump ship on this crappy job, and you'll be able to freely investigate all things Saint Rouge. Besides, you know that Morgan is Director Abraham's favorite. Even if we get into some sort of trouble, if Morgan testifies to Abraham's for us, we'll totally be in the clear.
I don't care. This is...
Well, I'm sorry, but I had no other choice. You were so engrossed in this, and come on, you know how I am. Besides, saving the hostage should take... We need to find Avery.
But how?
Well...
Thanks to your heroic maneuvers, we just lost our suspect.
I know how to find him. I should be able to see the other world, the way I am now. Just let me go, please.
Morgan?
It's okay, my fairy. I know I can convince them. I found the first one last autumn, a dead rat with a bud coming up out of its stomach, just like this one. A rat ate a red seed, died, and honestly, it shocked me. Up until this point, I'd only ever seen red seeds, saplings and big trees, so I decided to grow one of my own.
What are you talking?
I needed to solve the mystery of the why, but all of my sprouts died without ever growing the tiniest bit. Forget about a big tree. I couldn't even grow a...
So you kept experimenting.
2 days after the seed enters a rat, it takes the rat's life. On the 3rd day, a bud sprouts up, then grows to that size after 5 more. I tested this on 137 corpses.
In only a few months?
But I was never able to grow a bud any larger than this size. I still remember what he told me. Apparently,
You're totally...
maybe. Please, Aaliyah Davis, this is our case.
No, you aren't...
But neither of you ever could.
Oh, I'll find... I swear on my pride as an active agent that I...
That won't get you anywhere. It's beyond you.
Shut up! You think we can't find him, but just how stupid... If you want us to believe you, then it's a...
I don't. I'm pretty sure that's why I can see the other world now. I'd lost that sense ever since the Greenvale incident, but it's back now. Please, will you... Come on, Simon. You'll trust me.
What?
No, Agent Jones. Remember the warning I gave you at the very beginning? You can't let him take...
Yeah, I know.
If your story is... Then why did Avery Smith kidnap Patricia?
Patricia resembles Lise. I even got them confused once, and Lise reported being stalked by a 10-foot man.
That's Avery Smith.
Exactly.
But he's only 6'7" at best. His physical characteristics don't match the person you're talking about.
I once concluded but now I know. That he protected Lisa's body for the past 14 years, until you discovered his sleeping beauty.
So after losing Lisa's body, he kidnapped Patricia as a replacement? That's ridiculous. Even if Avery did possess that sort of mentality, if Lisa was really that important to him, he would have tried to steal her back. Not now, maybe, but certainly after she was buried.
Would you be able to go on worshipping a goddess who had been defiled by so many hands that ice was a barrier? Hey, Belle. Your hypothesis last week, then I bought a used car and got but not for the reason I wasn't stalking Patricia.
Then why would you go there? Why would you risk so much, especially since you...
Because once again,
Sang Rouge?
even after I quit the FBI, and now I've come to the conclusion that those red seeds and Sang Rouge both come from the same roots. I also found proof that someone's inherited the original recipe. That's why I flew to Lucare, but I was more powerless than I couldn't move like I used to. No badge, no gun. So, after wandering aimlessly around town, I swallowed down my torment and my weakness and left.
You expect me to believe...
I know you've got it in you.
What's that supposed to mean?
You found Lise Clarkson's body. The one thing I never did. And only a few days after discovering the body, you should be fully capable of discerning that what I'm telling...
Talking much about oneself can also be a means to conceal oneself. You can't trick... You said that someone inherited the song. Is that someone?
It has to be. Avery used to help Professor R.
What?
I only realized it just now. The moment I spilled my coffee on the floor. Avery revealed that he was helping with... But at the time, now that I look back on it, I realize...
What makes you think that?
He had free access to the deepest parts of the cold storage warehouse.
Oh. Wait. Sang Rouge needs to be produced in an extremely
Exactly. Aaliyah Davis. That's why you investigated the cold storage warehouse as soon in order to locate where. Then, you came across Lisa's body by pure chance. Melvin wasn't the Fool King.
What?
Many different characters pop up in Lena's journal, and I mistook one of them for...
What are you
After Simon hit me, and now I'm convinced. I'm the Fool King. The Fool King was always meant to be an outsider and the man she felt a need to eliminate wasn't me, but Avery. Lena realized her plan was on the verge of falling apart. She also guessed that I would be able to save Patricia from Melvin. The one worry that remained in her heart was leaving Patricia behind, and especially since she would be left behind with Avery. She wrote that journal entry hoping that I, the Fool King, would be capable, and she wrote it in a specific way in order to try and wrap. Lena and Melvin both entrusted me with their daughter. So please, just let me go. It's my duty to protect her.
Who do you think benefited most from the Greenvale case?
No one benefited from it. Many lives were lost. That's all.
You really believe that?
Everyone who survived was overcome.
Without exception?
Isn't that right, my fairy?
I feel like you're the one person who benefited from. You were able to add a new chapter to your stunning career. That's what allows you to go on using his intel network as you please.
Are you seriously? Sickness is destroying my body. I feel like I'm on the verge of losing my mind. Yet, somehow, I'm unable to forget the cases connected to those seeds. Whittling down what's left of my life, chasing them. You really think I'm doing all this for nothing but self-interest? Is that really what you're saying?
I understand what you're trying to say. But it's too perfect. It's too perfect. Just like, how could you come to such a detailed conclusion after spending years shut up in this room? It doesn't make sense. The only possible explanation is that you're bending the narrative in the direction you...
Why do you think I left the field for 2 years after Greenvale? That case cost me not only my best friend, but also my special talent. I never thought I'd lose something like that. But ever since then, I've been unable to solve cases using that method.
Metaphysical offender profiling.
I tried everything I could think of to regain my lost talent, but it never came back to me. That's why I quit working for the FBI. And without anywhere else to go, I simply spent my days seeking truth, searching for an answer I'd never find. So time continued to cruelly pass me by. Until finally, I thought it was all over. But about half a year ago, everything started with the red seeds. He and I encountered these seeds long before we reached Greenvale. Under the seething, mind-melting sun of Louis. Then, for some reason, in the beginning of December, I finally regained my talent. And instantly, I could see the other world again. Get it? Through allowing the cancer cells to ravage my body, I regained the power to travel to the other side. This is the only answer, Aaliyah Davis. Truth is a surprise, born from coincidence and an unknown power.
Two bizarre cases derailed your life. It must have been extremely painful. You have my deepest condolences, but that doesn't put you in the clear. You're still a suspect.
A suspect? Patricia is
The murders of Sheriff Melvin Woods and Candy Woods. Their bodies were never recovered. Katrina carried them away. Aside from that report you wrote, there's nothing that...
Hey, let's...
Oh, I'm not. I also suspect there's a possibility that he murdered individuals connected to other... The Greenvale report bears the same and both cases are filled with victims whose deaths were never witnessed.
Stop. If you so much as mention her name...
If I mention it, then what?
You will pay. Belle. No. Special Agent. You're exceptionally talented, I admit. You found Lisa's body, then discovered you even noticed that there was someone else in this room. You've got amazing intuition. You're a hunter, but you still can't perceive the other world the way you are now. That's all there is to it. Simon, look inside that trash can.
Huh? The trash can?
It's right behind you. Then you'll know for sure that I'm telling the truth. We told you not to touch the sanctuary!
What's on that receipt? What is it?
F.K. Oh, holy crap. Huh.
Contact a local agent and have them investigate Avery's... There are still agents investigating the Lucare area. Trust me. Ask Aaliyah Davis. Ask her about the name of the person who tipped her off.
What do you mean?
You're from Chicago, especially deep dish. Just ask her, and ask her why she decided to... Got it? Pizza will never betray you.
But how could you have known that I would come here with her?
I didn't. I just bet on you.
God damn it.
Hey! Tell me what's going on right now, Agent Jones.
Thank you, my fairy. Car key, Simon.
Let me go.
Don't worry. Just trust in the pizza. I'm the anonymous tipper. F.K.
It's on the corner of 3rd Street. 69 Pontiac GTO.
You've got excellent taste. Lend me your gun, too.
Agent Jones! Don't you see what you're doing here? This is a severe obstruction of justice. You're violating the FBI code.
Yeah, Aaliyah, I know, but pizza will never betray me.
Pizza?
Tell Abrahams to prepare a private jet for me at the airport. I know Robert won't turn his back on me.
Wait, Morgan, are you serious? The chief would never lend out a private jet to a civilian I
have to leave you for a bit, my fairy. They'll be fine. They'll figure it all out. York, can you hear me? I'm going to go finish the job you started. That makes us even, okay? York, she really is a genius agent. She's probably going to end up being an even better agent than we were. She just needs more experience under her belt. She's still only pursuing the world she can see with her naked eye. She needs to experience more frustration. She needs to strengthen herself. On the other hand, Simon's much smarter than he looks. No wonder he was able to go on watching us for 4.5 years. All that struggling under the surface paid off in the end. Do you want to know why he decided to start trusting me? It's simple. It's all because of the name I used to send the tip to the FBI. It's the name of that pizza parlor, the Chicago-style place with those trademarked crimson boxes. Franklin's Kitchen. FK. Yet again. They've got the best deep dish pizza in the area. Both Simon and I love that place. That's why I told him, pizza will never betray you. Will it, York? York, it's almost time. I'll be there. Watch my back, will you? This is going to be my final battle. So I'm this far gone, huh? But unlike 14 years ago, I feel more at home in this world now.
Are you ready? Oh!
You are free.
you. You want to slice it up. Slice it all up.
You're powerless. You can't do anything. You're powerless. You're powerless. You're powerless. Don't are you in pain? Do you want to die? You're powerless. You can't do. Your power. Your power. You can't do your. I'll show you what's. Void! Oh! Void!
I can feel it, York. There's something in this room. What do you say we gather up some puzzle pieces for old time's sake? So it really was you, Avery. I finally found the 10-foot-tall giant. Lena once said that the red soul could enhance people's unique characteristics. In your case, it must have enhanced your physical characteristics. Personally, though, I don't think enhance is the right word here. This is simply a physical mutation caused by a drug overdose. An artificial heart-lung machine. And this tank's filled with some sort of liquid. If it isn't frozen at this temperature, it must be a non-freezing liquid. What was he using this for? It couldn't be cryonics. Did he replace Lisa's bodily fluids with this stuff? It's absolutely insane.
Lisa, this juice.
Lise Clarkson, the first victim of the Lucari case. I never thought she'd remain trapped in ice for 14 whole years. Hey, York, why didn't we work harder to find her? I regret it from the bottom of my heart now.
I'll protect you. Lisa, she's... Lisa, no one ever comes here. Yup, I can hide. This is for your sake.
Avery trapped Lise here in that massive block of ice. He made his own personal altar that no one would ever find. And that liquid must be the solution that Sang Rouge is made from. He used that to keep her body from decomposing. Oh, I knew it, York. Our battle began the moment we first visited this town. A trail of seeds. A giant bathtub? No, he must have used this to freeze Lisa's body in ice. Why didn't I figure... What are these huge, or are they shrimp legs? We need to find... He's got a strong grip, strong enough to crush... This must be the entrance to the... The seeds lead this way. Yeah, Aaliyah and Simon would never be able to reach the other world through their mundane investigation. That's why we need to close this case.